Hello friends, welcome to the VV Zone. My name is Kern. If you know me, then you know that I adore Eevee. And why wouldn't I? It's a Pokemon everyone can love. It's the sun and moon description of being both cute and cool. It's not weak by any means, and there are 8 different Pokemon it can evolve into. Today, we're going to be talking about one of, if not the most popular evolution of all time, Sylveon. Can you find me someone who hates Sylveon? No, you can't. Sylveon is not just a popular evolution, but it's also a popular Pokemon. This video is gonna answer why. Sylveon's popularity makes it more than an evolution or even a Pokemon. It's an aesthetic. Kalos, the region Sylveon originates from, is very well known for being the region of fashion, and Sylveon definitely fits that description. It has butterfly-shaped bow ties on both its chest and right ear, very fluffy ears and a tail. Just look how fluffy. Ribbons that extend for miles, and even its feet look like boots. Now, I know I'm only going to detail of how well designed Sylveon is, but people really appreciate it for its feminine charm and just how adorable it looks overall. I mean, if you Google the term Sylveon aesthetic, you will get the most adorable results from Google Images you've ever seen. But don't just take my word for it. While researching, I had a realization. People make subreddits for everything. Ah, would you look at that? A Sylveon subreddit. With permission from the owner, I made a post asking r/Sylveon why they love Sylveon so much. There are different answers, but all of them pretty much related to what I just talked about. It's an aesthetic. Majority of the comments talked about its looks, whether it be the color, specific details of the design, and like I said, it has charm. People even commented on how it feels like a symbol specifically for people of the transgender community. Although Sylveon doesn't have a connection with the transgender community in the series itself, transgender Pokemon fans still feel really connected to Sylveon because once again, it has charm and it even shares colors with the transgender flag. Another thing the comments stated was that Sylveon felt like an emotional support animal, which is interesting. Everyone has their bias, everyone has a Pokemon that they deeply love. But I never knew a Pokemon could be loved so much that it feels like an emotional support animal. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that either. In fact, I think it's really cool. When I was researching about why Sylveon is so popular, I obviously knew it was, well, popular. But researching really opened my eyes to how much people love this Pokemon. It's incredible. I mean, come on, Sylveon has the cool card, the cute card, and the deep connection card. That's awesome. I'll link r/Sylveon in the description below. It was really interesting seeing why they love Sylveon so much. Now onto Sylveon's introduction, and believe me, it had a very grand introduction. So grand, in fact, that people often call Sylveon the mascot of the fairy type. When the fairy type was introduced, Sylveon was the only new Pokemon introduced with the typing. Oh yeah, sure, 3 previous Pokemon are now getting the fairy type. That's wait. I'm sorry. There's a new evolution? I think I'm just gonna go with the second attempt. I don't want to do that anymore. This was a big deal. Since Sylveon was the first and only new Pokemon that fell under the fairy typing at the time, it gave us an idea of what the type would look like. Each evolution is supposed to be the essence of its typing, and since the only known other fairy types were existing Pokemon, Sylveon gave us high expectations of what the fairy type would look like, and it worked. To this day, the fairy type is still widely praised, so much so that there are actually more fairy types than ice types. Wait, fairy types have existed since Generation 6 and ice types have existed since the very beginning, yet there are less ice types than fairy. Maybe I should do a video about the ice type. And now, the moment y'all have been waiting for, the anime. The anime is great at popularizing Pokemon, which is awesome for Sylveon. Sylveon already had a lot of attention since it was introduced, so the fact that the anime popularized it even more was a big deal. However, the direction that the writers went with Serena and her Sylveon was very interesting. When you play a Pokemon game, the end goal is to become champion, at least in the main series games. No matter how you plan your playthrough, the end goal always requires you to battle. But the anime decided to shed light outside of battling. It used Sylveon to show off Pokemon contests. And it's not because Sylveon is weak either, in fact it's quite the exact opposite. What they did for Sylveon was perfect. Sylveon is such a great choice for contests because like I said earlier in the video, it's the essence of fairies. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that non-fairy type Pokemon can't do contests, but when you take something as cool as Eevee and something as cute as the fairy type, they just really work well together. This wasn't a one episode or mini arc thing either. We see the progression of Serena and her Sylveon in the contest from the very beginning when Serena catches it as an Eevee, all the way to the end of the season when it's an experienced Sylveon. How can fans not go crazy over this? So many things went well for Sylveon. Its introduction with the fairy type, its role in the anime, its adorable design, and it's still popular today, even appearing on Penny's team as her ace. Sylveon has left a mark, or rather paw print, on the Pokemon community. It'll still be popular in future generations solely because of how much people love it. But what about you? Do you love Sylveon? Is it your favorite evolution? Let me know in the comments below. Thank y'all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and thank you to r/Sylveon for showing me their love for the Pokemon. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!